What up? What up? Give me a Lima Charlie if you can hear me loud and clear, man. Appreciate y'all once again kicking the door in for another impromptu man cave coffee talk or whatever the hell I want to call it, man. Already in this piece, making things happen. I appreciate y'all, kind of kicking it with your voice. A lot of things you could be doing. For some reason, you found it prudent to come here and kick it with me, and I do appreciate that type of stuff. Man, I got some new gear that I picked up, some new man cave news I want to talk about that I've seen recently. Just coming up, reading, shout out to everydaycarry.com. Videos on YouTube could use a little bit of work, but your website is freaking on point. Can I tell you something that is fantastic, man? We're going to talk about what I carry today. We're going to talk about, the shitty coffee that I'm drinking that I was able to improve a little bit through just some of my skills, some of my coffee skills, man. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I don't know what the F I'm doing, but I think my shit tastes good, man. So I still got more to drink. So I still got a little bit left over, man. And I've already poured up my first cup. So we got that going on. Take a sip. Yeah, that gets the job done. Everybody already starting to kick the door in. I appreciate that type of stuff. We got Mojo World is kicking the door in, man. I appreciate you coming in, man. What does Mojo World say? He says, afternoon, sir. Thank you for your content and insight. Been able to reasonably pare down my EDC. And for me personally, I don't know if my goal is to have folks pare down their EDC, but I guess mainly to really just kind of think about whatever you have going on with your everyday carry. Is it something that you think is going to be achievable, something that you're going to be able to always to do and to keep and stuff like that? But I appreciate that, man. Tater Dom is here. Hey, X and everyone. Thanks for kicking the goddamn door in. That is appreciated. We also have Dr. Breezy is here. Yo, what up, X? Thanks for kicking it in, Dr. Breezy. David, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. We appreciate that, man. It's a lot of places that you could be, but you're here making it happen, okay? You're here making it happen. So, first off, let's talk about the movie that's going on in the background. I always try to have movies going on some of my live streams, at least the vertical live streams. Full Metal Jacket. I should have had y'all guess what the movie was just off the little bit of what you can see on the screen, right? But, Full Metal Jacket, one of my favorites, Stanley Kubrick, I always mispronounce his name, but one of my favorite movies. Obviously, I'm a prior active duty Marine, always a Marine though. And so Full Metal Jacket is one of my first things when I think about the Marine Corps before I joined the Marine Corps. And it's a lot of similarities in there, okay? We're still at the boot camp phase of Full Metal Jacket. So if you've never seen the movie before, I don't know where you've been, okay? But it's a banger. If you have seen it before, watch it this week, okay? Take some time this week before the month of March is over and watch Full Metal Jacket. I'm watching mine on DVD. I don't know where the hell it streams at, okay? But something like that. So we got that going on as well. Oh my God, that shit is pretty good, man. Coffee's pretty goddamn good. YouTube is bugging on the notification, says Dr. Breezy. Yeah, man, it's I don't know what's going on with it, to be honest with you. I know that a lot of folks have kind of been telling me that they've had issues with, getting notifications but I don't. I just play the game. You know what I'm saying? I play the game and I kind of just let it be known, YouTube, do whatever y'all see fit. I am not going to stomp out anything like that. Let me know what you guys are carrying today. I'll let you guys know what I'm carrying as well. And everything that I got going on with my carry, new pickups that I got as well. Aero Velocity, thanks for stopping by. We appreciate you coming in as well. Let's see. NFK20 says, what up, peeps? Thanks for kicking the door in. Still digesting your coffee talk from earlier. Good stuff. Yeah, I was talking about prepping. And what prompted me to have that conversation is, I do prepping content as well, but not a ton of it because my prepping is kind of where I want it. And I just do, I check to see if anything is expired or spoiled or battery's not working or whatever. But I've had a couple of prepping companies reach out to me interested in doing sponsorships. And I tell them the same thing I tell every company is I've never tried your shit before. So you need to send me your product so I can eat it. Some of it's food, some of it's gear, or use it before it makes it to the channel. But that just prompted me to think you know what, some people just buy this shit without knowing anything about it and because they think that they need it, right? You know what I'm saying? What we have here is a failure to communicate, says Dr. Breezy, Full Metal Jacket all day long. Says, my brother entered the Marine Corps in the late 70s. Said his boot camp experience was very similar to Full Metal Jacket. Hey, I can see that. So for me, by the time I entered, boot camp in the early 2000s, there was no more hitting of people by drill instructors, okay? They may accidentally put a shoulder into you, or they may accidentally trip over their own feet, and their knife hand might end up in your face, but there was no deliberate hitting. Dr. Breeze is carrying the ProTech Malibu, the Warney version, and oh my God, that mag, it just sounds expensive, Dr. Breeze. That must be your one and done. Is that your buy once, cry once? Is that your buy once, cry once? You know what I'm saying? So let me know, man. So first off, I guess I'll dive into what I am carrying as well. So I am carrying still the Hogue Decker. I'm trying to stick to what I've talked about before, which is just carrying something and sticking with it. I'm still loving, I'm starting to love the Hogue Decker more and more. Other knives have been sent to me since I made the Hogue Decker the main carry in January. I've tried them out for a week at a time, and I came back to the Hogue Decker. Listen, the Axis lock was introduced to us by Benchmade. Other companies have crossbar locks. The Hogue and maybe Open Carry, which I don't own one of those. I've tried it before. Those two companies have probably my favorite crossbar locks. Can I confirm it 100%? No. But I know that Benchmade is freaking great, but I like Hogues. I like Open Carries. They're just fantastic. CPM 20CV on this. I know you can get it in a clip point. I know you can get it in Magna Cut. I have neither of those two. I'm a freaking peasant in chief. I had to save up all my marbles just to get this one 2 years ago. And I'm so proud of myself, man. So proud of myself. You know what I'm saying? Also, with the work from home carry, I'm still mostly just been carrying my nutsack, double admin pouch in leather. Shame on you, nutsack, because you're sold out. Someone emailed me yesterday and said, hey, X, I was just watching your video. I'm sure this was the voice that they made when they sent it, because that's how the email felt. X, I was just watching your video, and it's the best. I was like, oh, man, this is making me tear up. No, but in all seriousness, they let me know that it was sold out. But this thing for me has just been following me around every freaking where, man. iPod Touch still gets used all the time. I went ahead and put my Leatherman Free P4 in its sheath. I can't believe I put it in a sheath, but I did that. Just kind of like everything that I might want. Maybe not every day. This doesn't need to be with me every single day, but it just kind of follows me around everywhere. Okay? I'm not becoming a pouch boy as in like REs and shit, but I am becoming a pouch boy as in like just wanting to be able to have everything in here that I need. So one of the flashlight I've been mostly carrying is the Woobin X Tube. It's their 8th anniversary. Shout out to Woobin. Okay, because it's their 8th anniversary, I've been just trying to, give them a little bit more deference, even though I don't have to. Shout out to y'all, man. So the Woobin X2 is what I've been carrying for the most part, but that's really it that's on my person. Okay, so if I need to, though, any of this stuff will just get yanked out of the pouch. The Woobin X2 for a while will replace my EDC 33, which is the other flashlight that I was carrying for quite a bit until until I see fit to kind of go back into that main carry. So here's the thing that I think is super interesting is I picked up some new gear that I don't know, I'm kind of feeling it. I'm kind of feeling it. I'm not 100% saying that this is the way that I'm going to be going, but we're going to talk about Roaring Fire has been slowly but surely making their presence known when it comes to very budget, very affordable gear that you can use on the fly. And for me personally, I never made a super serious consideration about Roaring Fire until I would say about 2 years ago was the first time I picked up a Roaring Fire pouch. I liked it a lot. I've kind of just been rolling and rocking with it ever since. And now they come through and they make it happen with another freaking awesome pickup with their Roaring Fire knife roll, which I didn't even know I needed in my life. So now I have this knife roll that I can throw in my check luggage, or I can take with me if I'm going somewhere, if I'm going whatever. I went to Happy Hour recently with Montana Knife Company, and they said, hey, bring any knife that you want, and our master bladesmith will sharpen anything. I said, oh, really? Bet. I'm bringing every fucking thing, bro. Boosie.
Hey, bro, come on.
Let me just have it. I'm taking it off.
Come on, man.
Okay, so we you know, but that type of stuff where I could just take a knife roll and let everything come up there and have all those small type of things, that is what I've been using lately. And with that being said, the actual knife roll here, this is the knife roll by Roaring Fire. It's made of a wax canvas, and it's like a, I don't know what ounce weight for the wax canvas, but here's the thing I like about it compared to other companies. First off, this does not have a G-hook closure. Other knife rolls that I have like a G-hook closure. And the issue with that is when you go to stuff your knife roll with more stuff than you should have, it makes it hard to actually to close it. I like that this has an adjustable strap, so the more shit you put in here, then the more obnoxious it becomes. So let me open it up. I just stuffed it with some random shit to show you what it would look like if you guys decide to get the same thing, and kind of like what drew me even to pick it up. So overall, I like the fact it's made of wax canvas. I like the fact that it just has like a ton of freaking room in it. Like a ton of room in it to basically throw in here whatever you see fit. So, you know, kind of just seeing in here, you can put multi-tools in there, knives that don't have pocket clips, knives that do have pocket clips. And it does have a flap on top that protects it. And it also has a slip pockets in that flap, so you can throw stuff in there if you want to. And I don't know, I've actually been kind of enjoying it. I took this with me to Virginia recently on a trip that I had. It has a small zipper pocket. The zipper has a YKK zipper on it. And you can put stuff in here, whatever you want to. Maybe you bring a small toolkit. Maybe you bring some KPL. Maybe you bring some 3-in-1 so that you can work on your tools or whatever that you see fit. You know what else, guys? I'm going to admit to you. Okay. Yes, this is a knife roll, but the first time I took this with me, I used it for knives, and I use it as a dop kit. Okay.
What?
I listen. Okay.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I get it. I know it's technically a knife roll, but I was able to stick one of my electric toothbrushes in here, a shaving, my straight razor that I use when I actually line up my freaking rough ass beard and shit like that. So yeah, I know what it's supposed to be used for, but I can tell you what it's been getting the job for, which is more than just that. Overall, it's not the most pricey thing ever as well. It's coming in about what, $39.99. Listen, you can check it out if you want to. 2 different colors. I have it in like this, the brown color looking thing. What do they call it? Rustic brown. Moss green will probably get more and more green over time. It being wax canvas, I own a greenish, grayish wax canvas bag from Nutsack, and I don't like the way that's coloring, so I decided this one in brown. But it's something that if you're interested in, check it out, man. All that stuff is down there if you want to grab something like that, if you're interested in it. I thought it was a great pickup, and so let me know what you guys think of that. Do you have a favorite tool roll, a knife roll, or whatever? If you missed what I'm carrying for the day, above my head is what I'm carrying for the day. So, or you could just rewind the stream a little bit, but that kind of lets you know what I'm carrying for the day. We're at the part, I think they're about to beat up. Wait, is this the part when they, oh, he's in the bathroom. Okay, we're gonna but yeah, this is the part when they get ready to beat him with some soap and some socks or whatever. But yeah, so that's what I have specifically for my actual new pickups. I picked up some new knives as well, but for me particularly, I don't know if those really should be counted as quote unquote pickups because I didn't buy those. Those were sent to me. So sometimes when I do like this, what did I pick up stuff? I'm not saying that those new items don't exist, but I try to just like let it be known, like this is what I picked up with my own money versus things that I didn't pick up. Speaking of some stuff that I'm a really big fan of, the watch for today is the VAR, the C5 Tactical. This is the solar edition. I don't know, there's not a lot you can say about this thing. Overall, this thing is a solar powered. It does have a quartz movement, just like any mechanical watch, whether it's automatic or quartz. It loses a couple seconds a day. This one for me particularly loses about 2 seconds a day. That's what I've noticed over time just having this thing. And so I like the way that the face looks on it, this black face with the white numbers and the white big and small hands on there. I'm a big fan of it. You know, I like the actual, whenever you buy a watch from VAR, you get 2 straps with it. This one here, I upgraded the strap to the leather strap, but even the strap that comes with it, I think it's pretty nice. I'm a big fan of watches, field watches overall, but I'm a huge fan of VAR watches, which is why here soon they're going to sponsor a couple videos, because I felt comfortable at allowing them to sponsor some videos after the fantastic results that we have. The coffee that I'm drinking, some shitty ass coffee from Costco, the Kirkland brand. Okay, we had to make it happen.
Hey, bro, come on
Boosie,
now,
listen.
dog.
Okay.
Come on, man.
So overall, I'm drinking the Kirkland brand coffee from Costco, but because of my grinder in the pour over method, this shit is like not as bad as I thought. 25 grams through my grinder, 400 grams of coffee into the cup, and it's actually pretty freaking enjoyable. Let me see what some of y'all are carrying before I jump into some news that I thought was very interesting. And I don't know, some things that I think I might be picking up and all that good stuff as well. Let's see, the ProTech Malibu warning, he mentioned that earlier, but you also added that you have the Woburn X3. I like my X3. Shout out to them for having their 8th anniversary for their innovation. Some of their flashlights are pretty innovative, as well as the Civivi Coronet. And let's see. Wait, an AK-74 in desert colorway, a big lighter. Is that a knife? Hold on. Field trip. Let's do a field trip because it's a Kalashnikov. I can never say Kalashnikov rifle like what the Russians carry, right? Is that what you're talking about? So let's go here. Let's do a field trip. Because is this a knife or are you literally EDCing a right? What's coming up for me is yeah, it's coming to just a rifle. That's all I'm getting. I'm not even gonna share my screen. If that's what you're carrying, Brass Catcher, okay, then I am not judging you. Big lighter as well, right in the rain pad. Listen, of course, we all like our Rat in the Rain or field notebooks and stuff like that. That kind of leads me to what I'm gonna also have on the desk. I also am rocking the Field Notes. This is a reporter style notebook, guys. I can't believe how much I use this thing. I use this thing so much. So for so much random crap, I use this thing all the time. I can't believe how much I'm using this Field Notes reporter style notebook, and mainly because it's a great accompaniment to my MarineX EDC journal. Plug shameless self promotion for myself. I use this in conjunction with that journal that I have every day. So I take this, and we're keeping it simple with an actual Big Idea design twist top pen. Nothing super special about this. I like it, writes well. It lives on this specific desk. I don't have to worry about it growing legs. I can just kind of keep it over here, and it just kind of lives right here near this keyboard, and I'm kind of good to go. But yeah, man, so it's a super interesting carry. So the Zebra 7mm pen and the 7's flashlight. What about hitting with a brim of Smokey Bear hat? First off, Dwayne, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. Smokey Bear hat. Am I missing something in your comment? What about hitting with brim of the Smokey Bear hat? You're talking about for boot camp. That did not happen to me, but it happened to others. I don't even want to pretend like it happened to me. So while I was at boot camp, I was a guide for about 3 days, and then they bounced my ass up out of there.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
About 3 days.
Come on, man.
But for the rest of boot camp, I was a squad leader. And for me, it just rarely happened to me. Even if somebody part of my squad was a knucklehead, it rarely happened to me. But let's see. David says, I loved that you highlighted not just collecting gear for prepping, but better know how to use it in some damn skills. Yeah, 100%. For me personally, the number one skill for prepping is taking care of your body. Because you never know what you got to get demand out of your body specifically. Give me a second. You never know what you need to demand from your body, with all this type of prep stuff. Somebody on the comment today on the video said, well, why would you need to have a bag inside of your house if you're bugging inside of your house or an emergency inside of your house? And I guess for me, the easiest example I can say for that is that I have kids. So if I stock my shelves a certain way in the pantry, I have daughters who act like ninjas and sneak into my pantry and take stuff and eat it. I have 2 and 3-year-olds who move shit around arbitrarily. I have an 11-month-old who finds it a comical game to shake as much shit as she can. So for me, a 72-hour bag inside of my house makes sense because I can keep that away from my kids, and it has everything we need inside of it to be comfortable for 72 hours. If it's just you, a partner, you have older kids who you can charge up or whatever, then that might make more sense for you to just stock a pantry or stock shelves for 72 hours of survival. But for me, I need to keep all that shit in what I call a blackout bag. So I do have my blackout bag, and that's what I keep in there for just any type of, any type of gear that I may need. And I know for a fact that I don't have to worry about that stuff not being available at all. I have a video about this. If you just search up Marine X blackout bag, it will pop up right here, as you can see. Let me move my freaking face out the way. Blackout bag is, I talked about this. It's been 2 years. I need to update you guys on my blackout bag. It's been freaking 2 years. Shame on me. Okay, we're gonna update that soon. We're gonna update that soon because I've done some changes for my blackout bag and I've used it quite a few times. Kind of let you know how it works out for me. Let's see. It's not that bad. I got it for a little bit over $250. It's one of my grills for sure. And that's what I'm saying, Dr. Breezy. So that way, you know, it's something that you enjoy. It's something that you just absolutely can just rock with, right? And, you know, who cares what people think? Who cares what people think, especially if you're using it every day? Think about this as a math equation, Dr. Breezy. If someone tries to tell you, you spent $250 on a knife, you're an idiot. So let's just say that you get charged 15 cents per usage for your knife. I'm not saying that that's a real thing, but for me, it could be 15 cents because if I didn't have a knife on me that I could use in every scenario, maybe it takes me a little bit of time to get out this chair, walk to my kitchen drawer, grab some scissors, use the scissors on a package or some cardboard or some food or whatever. Or if I have a budget knife on me that I have to sharpen all the time and I have to take time to sharpen it more often or buy another one or whatever. So let's just say you buy a $250 knife, and now instead of having to sharpen your knife as often because it has a great working edge, you don't have to walk to the kitchen drawer because you never have a knife on you, and you use your knife, let's say you use it 20 times a day, maybe it makes sense to spend $250 on a knife that keeps a great edge. I don't know. I'm just throwing these numbers out here, guys. I don't know if any of them make sense. I'm just trying to justify Dr. Breezy's purchase, okay? I'm just justifying that
bro,
shit.
Come on now, dog.
Okay?
Come on, man.
Or some of y'all might say, Dr. Breezy, you're an idiot. I would be like, golly, y'all are freaking ruthless. Okay. Me and my one and done is probably going to be, the Aries. Listen, I've seen that. The Rosie and the Aries. I've seen them on at the Everyday Minimalist. I think the Best Damn EDC as well. They look interesting. Don't get it twisted. Back in the 70s, drill instructors could and did cuss us and our mamas. They can, well, I don't know about nowadays, but in the early 2000s, when I went through boot camp, they could still cuss everything about your existence, right? You know what I'm saying? Mike and I says, I picked up the Roaring Fire motor a few weeks ago. I am impressed. Man, let me tell you something. Roaring Fire, they've been just doing these small little things with trying to compete in the wax canvas market, trying to compete with the companies such as Dispatch or Chrome Industries or Nutsack or Waterfeld, these companies that are all manipulating canvas into different materials, and they're starting to slowly but surely come up there. LCV Blade Edges. Hey, I'm doing well, man. Thank you for kicking the door in. That is super well appreciated. Mike and Ike's earlier, I forgot to say thanks for being a goddamn member. We appreciate that, man. Hey, everybody, greetings from Germany. Sir, thanks for kicking the door in from all the way across in Germany. I got an email from somebody that was in Ireland. Says he enjoys my videos, and so does his 7-year-old. I said, congratulations. Congratulations, man. Didn't know y'all was out there watching your boy. Anthony says Kentucky making it happen right now. You talking about basketball, or you're literally in Kentucky? I don't watch. Listen, I will watch college sports. I don't watch it enough. I'm so busy with YouTube and my regular work, and you know what I'm saying, always trying to go 20 toes with Mrs. X and shit like that.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
But when I'm not doing that, okay?
Come on, man.
When I'm not doing that type of stuff, I will watch college sports because, you know, I feel like college sports is a little bit, they're fighting a little bit harder because some want to go pro, some just don't want to get benched. You know, professional sports, all of them except for NASCAR. But professional sports, it's a lot of politics and crybabies, and not everybody, but a lot of them. Mike and I says, can we get a rundown of your coffee mess? Maybe a video on your thoughts on your coffee gear. Yeah, 100%. I think, so every Sunday I clean my coffee mess pretty thoroughly. A little spray, all that type of stuff. And I recently, I was cleaning it up and I was like, I need to just do this video. I want to do man cave videos, even if they flop, I don't even care. Fortunately for me, YouTube is a hobby. It's not a must do, right? So I've really been thinking about doing first starting off a section, every section, Mike and Ike's. So first my coffee mess, and maybe talk about this desk, which is just for streaming, and then talk about my main desk, which is for editing. Talk about where I pour drinks and where I keep my tools. And you see I have 2 toolboxes back there, right? And then do the full man cave tour where I don't have to stop and talk about every item because I've already done a video over it. You know, so, but if you ever find yourself coming up from Austin, let your boy know. I'll give you a tour and maybe you can be my cameraman. You know what I'm saying?
What?
I'm just saying.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Because I got my 15-year-old. She could do it, but the last time she filmed a video for me, it was my truck EDC video. Shout out to my 15-year-old. If you're watching right now, why are you? Because it's the middle of the day. You should be in school. But the last time she was my cameraman, she did a great job. Okay, the video's getting tons of views. Don't get it, you know, don't get it twisted. But there were some times she was mostly filming like my dad belly and like my chest versus actually filming me. So this video at the very top, it says 2023 truck EDC, the ultimate guide. She was my camera person for that video. She did a great job. But there's some times, you know, when the camera's kind of like pointing at my dad belly, and I'm like, you know, so let me know if you ever find yourself up here, man. We'll appreciate that. I'm keeping it on this screen for a second because I don't want YouTube to get upset, because this is the part when Gomer Pyle on Full Metal Jacket freaking unalives himself, and I don't know if we want to show that on YouTube, so we're going to keep it on this screen for a second. Matter of fact, let's just jump into the first thing I wanted to talk about is everydaycarry.com. Shout out to everydaycarry.com, because this is the part of everydaycarry.com where they talk about some new stuff that's coming up, and there's some things that are super interesting to me. And one of them is the Brown Buffalo is doing a collaboration with Huckberry. Whenever companies do collaborations with Huckberry or with Carryology, they seem to just really pump out this beautiful product. For me personally, Huckberry's prices don't inflate the prices as much as Carryology does. But whenever they do collaborations with Huckberry or Carryology, they just seem to pump out some beautiful looking stuff. Brown Buffalo, one of my favorite bag companies. I did a video on them. It was my bag of 2022. My bag of 2022 was the Brown Buffalo 21 liter conceal pack. I missed that bag. I sold it. There's very few pieces of gear that I sell, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I want another one. This is one of them. Okay. This is one of them. The Brown Buffalo Conceal Pack 21. I sold that thing, and I'm like, oh my God, I kind of miss it. It kind of sucks that I don't have it anymore. Well, they just dropped a new collaboration with Huckberry. This bag is normally $300, and they bumped it up only by $50 to get the collab version. That's pretty reasonable to get the Huckberry logo if you're down with that type of stuff. The inside of it is, the outside is still the 500D Corduro, so it's not going to be super rough on your clothes. It's easy to break in. You can throw it in the dryer if you want to break it in fast, or you can just wear it. The inside is an X-Pack material, and 21 liters of storage. Because of, it's called the conceal pack because the entire back panel of the bag is loop panel, and you can put your boomsticks inside of there or whatever. Plenty of room for like a DOP kit. They also have a DOP kit, and they also have an admin kit, but you can also plenty of room inside the bag for that type of stuff. So here's the listing up for it right here. It's on Huckberry's website. On Brown Buffalo's website, they don't have it, so I guess Huckberry gets to carry it. Made in the USA. Fantastic bag, $350. Only comes in one color, one size. It is what it is. But it's going to be coming between later this month and March, so it's in stock, which is like super rare. Which is super rare when it's like in stock for them. TSA compliant waterproof backpack. I like it. Okay, I'm not trying to tell y'all to buy. I don't have an affiliate link or no shit like that. I just see that this bag itself overall is something that I normally can really get down with. It's something I can normally get down with. So if we look at it, let's see. Oh my God, I kind of wish I can grab another one. I know I don't need one, but you know, it is what it is. Here's something that came out recently I thought was kind of ridiculous. I do the prepping stuff, the camping stuff. This one here is for the, this one here is for a sandwich freaking griddle or some shit like
bro,
this.
Come on
no,
now,
I'm just,
dog.
it's like a,
Come on, man.
So it's a camping griddle for sandwiches. It looks interesting. I mean, you know, you can put it on your gas stoves. You can use it over charcoal. You can use it over open fire. It's a nice little setup. You just gonna get this is what you get though if you make this purchase. How much would you guess a cast iron sandwich griddle from Snow Peak might cost? Can somebody in chat let me know how much would you think some shit like this would cost? Any guesses? This thing is I don't know. I think that first off, let me see if there's any pictures of it actually frying up a sandwich. I don't see any. Let me go here. I know y'all. Oh, there we go. You can use it for fish. You can use it for sandwiches. You can use it for sauteing some stuff. If you need, Palmer says, for when you need to grill a grilled cheese in the woods, they got you covered. I mean, it's pretty versatile, right? You over here is frying up some fresh salmon. I don't know what all in one skillet you're going to be making. Looks like, what is that? Salmon on one side and a rack of lambs on the other. Did you kill a lamb in the wood? I don't know. But me personally, it looks dope. I mean, they're pumping out some fantastic stuff. This thing's like $356. I'm like, no, y'all can keep that shit.
What?
No.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I will continue to cook my shit on a cast iron, okay, Snow Peak? Just a regular ass cast iron that I pick up from goddamn Walmart, okay? Oh man, she said me love you a long time. Up here negotiating with that stuff. Let's Full Metal Jacket, man. That shit is just so freaking dope. That shit is just so dope. But it's so crazy because $356? Nah, bruh. I don't know about that, man. I thought it came with everything. I thought it came with the actual stove. I don't think so. I don't know. It feels like you should get more. Maybe I'm freaking tripping. Maybe I'm tripping. As I said earlier, guys, this is Woobin's 8th anniversary. This is a part of their 8th anniversary sale. If you go out to their website and check some stuff out, I'll drop a link for you guys as well. Because it's their 8th anniversary, they're having a sale on a bunch of items. So earlier, who mentioned earlier that they had the Woobin? Dr. Breezy has an X3, which is right here. I like the X Breezy on the right side of your screen. In my bag right now is the X2, which let me see if they have an X2. Yeah, it's right here. X2 is on sale for $73. That's actually cheaper than it normally is on Amazon. So listen, this is my point of talking about Woobin. I'm not here to sell their shit. My point is that Woobin this is the flashlight I'm carrying today, just FYI. But Woobin has been innovating and coming up with different ideas when it comes to flashlights for the better part of a decade now. And I think it's kind of dope. I think that they've had some misses. Interstage left, the Woobin L2, was not a fan of that. And then they've had some hits. I have the bike light that you see on the screen. I have the X2, I have the XO, I have the X3. I think that they're really trying to compete with Olight. They're not trying to be exactly like Olight by releasing a flashlight every 6 goddamn months. Olight.
Hey, bro, come on now,
okay.
dog.
Goddamn, get up out of here, Olight.
Come on, man.
Sometimes y'all do a little bit a lot by releasing. It's like you're releasing a new color to an iPhone, Olight. Shout out to y'all. Y'all send me shit all the time. I appreciate that shit. I ain't trying to burn the goddamn bridge, but calm down.
He needs some milk.
I need more coffee. That's what I actually need real quick, man. So let's get ready to pour some of that up real quick and kind of just let me know what y'all are still rocking for the day. We're still rocking some of this damn trash coffee from shout out to I forget the name of this damn company that makes these mugs to keep your shit nice and warm. Is it Ember? Yeah, these Ember mugs. These things are freaking goated because I talk a lot, I run my mouth a lot. And this mug keeps my freaking coffee at 138 degrees during the entire live stream. So I can just run my goddamn grate and the shit is still good to go. Let's see some more comments real quick before. Let's see. I picked up the Roaring Fire. Oh yeah, also if you got a question or whatever, guys, put a Q colon in front of your stuff. It normally helps me see it a little bit easier. I would appreciate that. What's up? How's your day going? Says Ron. Ron, hey, thanks for kicking the door in. My day's going pretty good. I'm just kind of chatting it up with y'all on my late lunch break. Normally I go to lunch at like between 11 and 1300. Today I started my lunch at 1300. So I'm having a late lunch break, man. So I appreciate that. Store branded coffee can hit the spot, my dude, says Brass. It can. It can. Let me tell you my mistake I did, Brass. When I bought the Kirkland brand coffee, okay? When I bought the Kirkland brand coffee, I first initially made it into an espresso. That was a mistake. It was horrible. It was horrible. So I was like, you know, I need to make a freaking pour over. I need to like try it a little bit different. When I did that shit, oh yeah, the shit was on point, man. The shit was on point. Yeah, let me know what you guys got in the pocket as well. I'm drinking the Folgers Drip Classic for me. Listen, I haven't had Folgers probably since I was in the Marines. So it's probably been a decade since I've had Folgers. We love coffee from Peru, cannot live without it. Hey, listen, I was in Colombia on a humanitarian mission for Brazil. I couldn't go into Brazil because of visa issues, but I was in Colombia with the Marine Corps, and we had Peruvian coffee, and the shit was fantastic. Colombian coffee is good too, but I don't know, man. I don't know if like they make the coffee near Pablo Escobar's compound or what, man, but the shit was so goddamn.
Hey, bro, come on.
Shit was delicious, bro.
Come on, man.
Let's see. The EMP Nimble and Devo. Listen, Devo or Devo, they get their nice OEM, not by Best Tech. It's not by QSP. I forget who actually OEMs their knives. It might be. Actually, I don't want to miss. I think Kaiser is the OEM for the Devo knives, but they are so reasonably priced. The guys over there seem to be super level headed. They're not trying to just get you for all your money. This one coming in here, the Devo Mash 2.0, so $149. I'm kind of moving away from carbon fiber, but they have the carbon fiber. Let me see. Do they have any other versions? Flame titanium. These are the only options. Carbon. I guess I would get the bronze. I guess maybe bronze titanium is the one that kind of does it for me. $149. It's sold out. Oh my God. It does look interesting though. This was cheaper at Blade, Texas. This is why I talk to you guys. Like, if you get a chance to ever go to a Blade show, go for it, because this knife was A, in stock at the Blade show, and B, you know, it was, the table price was a lot cheaper. I think the table price was $120. They shaved off some pricing for that. So, you know, very interesting stuff as well. You have the EMP Nimble. Let me look that shit up, man. Field trip while we got this shit. While I got the screen pulled up already. Actually, before I even do that, let me see something, because I want to save this. Appreciate you pointing this out. How do I save this? Oh wait, I gotta push Control D. There we go. Add it to discoveries. Appreciate you pointing that out, man. So let's look up this damn. I keep hearing about this. Every man's pocket is what EMP stands for. Okay. I like the little speed hose or whatever they call that shit on. Listen, first impressions, just looking at this knife, it reminds me of the Benchmade full size Adamas, except for this one has a frame lock instead of a crossbar lock. That's the very first impression. Okay. I might be 100% wrong. But it's $299. God damn.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
You're carrying both of these knives today, Ron? You have this one, and you have, sir, you got a lot of guys. Where'd you get that?
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
You have got a lot of knife on you today. Like, you're ready to rock and roll. This seems like it comes in multiple variants. I'm gonna save this. I don't know. Is it only titanium? Because if it's only titanium, I don't know if I can. I mean, it looks interesting, bro. I'm going to save it. Man. I appreciate that. I'm going to put that in my discoveries. I appreciate you for pointing that out. Anthony says the Quartermaster Elf 3 or Alf 3 Cold Steel 80. Oh, listen, the 8015 I need to check out. 8010 is what I've been like eyeing recently. The cheap Amazon Life, a Rough Rider Classic Carbon Stockman. What's the Quartermaster? Field trip. Let me see if I can look this shit up. Quartermaster Alf 3. Okay, so does Blade HQ have any? Okay, so they got the Alf 6. They have I've never heard of Quartermaster. Their prices are freaking they're up there. They are up there. It looks like a lot of their knives are designed for utility cuts or self-defense. I'm not seeing like a lot of like regular ass everyday carry shit in here. Like, who's going to be carrying throwing knives? You know, this Tanto Roper down here looks like it could be an EDC knife, but this top knife looks this looks very utility cut type stuff. Utility cuts is when you set something on a surface and you cut into it. And then the one next to it, this fixed blade neck knife, looks like 100% for self-defense. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. But that's the vibe that the company's giving me. Let's see. My bad, X is the Boker Automatic. Okay, I got you. The Boker Automatic. Gotcha. Let's see. Smack that like button. Hey, sir, appreciate that, man. Smack it if you want to.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Do you prefer Johnson & Johnson or Walmart brand baby powder? Whenever you smack like button, says Chris. Appreciate that, my guy. Hello, everyone. Palmer is here as well. Says great movie. It's a classic. Yeah, they're at the part now when they are okay. They're now at war, so they've gone from boot camp and they're now at Vietnam making some stuff happen. Let's see. Joe has his load up is here. Let's see the Kaiser, the Streamlight, the Micro Stream, Mini Tactical, the AirPods. Oh my, a Ridge wallet. Ridge just dropped some new stuff as well, man. Ridge just dropped some new stuff as well. I don't know if I want to pick it up, but they did just drop the Ridge check-in suitcase. I mean, Ridge, everybody's just trying to be innovative. Let me get your comment off the screen so we can see that shit. Thanks for sharing that, Joe. So Ridge just dropped this new like check-in luggage. So they first dropped their luggage. It was a carry-on luggage, and it was featured on MKBHD. He does, the tech YouTuber. I don't know if you ever heard of him, but he only has like 15 million subscribers. Whatever. But they had the carry-on luggage, which was kind of it didn't. I guess it sold well. I mean, why would they continue to expand their suitcase line if it wasn't doing that good? I just feel like this shit is going to be overpriced. I'm using the word overpriced, $445. Now, when I see this pricing, I'm thinking about the things that fail the most for me on my checked luggage, not carry-on, but my checked luggage. The things that fail the most for me are my stuff inside getting rattled, right? So I have to use packing cubes, but if I don't have packing cubes, do they have a solution that's organic to the product? Let's check it out. Or my zippers failing. That's an issue that I often will have. So like, does this bag solve that organically for $445? I don't care about the Apple AirTag. I could just stick an AirTag into my checked luggage. This TSA thing, a lot of bad companies are doing a TSA lock. And a lot of companies are doing YKK zippers. Some things I'm not seeing on this. I wish this had AquaGuard zippers. I don't think that's what they are. A lot of times my luggage sits on an on-ramp at an airport, and I can literally see it while I'm sitting in the airport. I could just watch my bag getting rained on. I can literally just see it. And so how waterproof is this thing? Is it going to be something that's going to make the cut? I don't know. It feels a little pricey. It just feels pricey. I don't know. Is it going to be, is it good? Is this good enough that I can stick one of my kids on it and they can ride it like a goddamn freaking cart?
Hey,
okay.
bro, come on now, dog.
Is that possible?
Come on, man.
Am I tripping? So we also have, I don't know, man. I think that Ridge overall is a company that's been innovating for over a decade. They've been making some stuff happen. So let's see. What else we got going over here? Full Metal Jacket. Oh, one of his top works, 100%. He's a great director. That's why they have to put his name on the freaking DVD box to let you know how great it is, man. It says, Dan says, in Minnesota, stuck in the snow and rain. Thanks for keeping me entertained. Hashtag freaking bars. Okay, freaking dad joke.
Hey,
Okay.
bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
I don't know if you was trying to make me spit bars, but I appreciate you, Clayton. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. Hey, listen, guys, if you're interested, think about joining memberships. I post videos early for members. I'm about to do a behind the scenes, how I make video. That type of shit I do for members only, the stuff that I know would completely flop on YouTube. But something you might be interested in, especially if you are thinking about posting content yourself, so something to think about as well. What are your thoughts on videos circulation online about young men paying $1,800 for alpha male training? Oh, okay. So just Josh, that's a great question. So I did a live stream on that about 6 months ago. So it's not just young men paying $18,000. I think it's the Knights. I can't remember it. Young men pay for training. I did an entire a live stream segment. I think it's called the Night. Somebody put it in chat, like the Knights of something, where you pay them a bunch of money and they will basically teach you how to be a man over the course of a couple of days. I mean, it's over a year, right? But the point of it is you pay them money. It started off as $12,000, then it went up to $2,500, and now it's $18,000. And these guys will help you become a better man. And some of it is just like, I mean, listen, I'm not saying that the training's not valuable. I'm not saying the training's not worth it. You get your little certificate at the end. But I'm like, bro, 18 racks? Maybe I'm in the wrong about damn business, man. I need to reach out to some folks. We need to start that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I need to start that stuff as well. I think it's kind of not ridiculous. I think that people will spend their money on things that they find value in. And the fact that it started at $12,500 and now it's $18,000 and they haven't went out of business, people are finding value in it. I can sit here and hee and giggle about it all day, but they're not out of business, are they? So somebody finds value in it. It's not a Ponzi scheme. So the government would have came after them, my assumption, by now. And all that good stuff. Let's see. Man Cave session videos are a great idea, says Mike and I. Hey, appreciate that, man. Listen, I just try to mix it up. My goal with the Man Cave EDC Cup Talks are to do 30 of them. To do 30 of them and see how I feel after 30 of them. Maybe not every single day, but listen, every day I drink coffee. So I'm like, why can't I just put a tripod? Literally, I could just set a tripod up and just leave the tripod there, push record, and, you know, film some videos on thoughts that I always have, right? So it's just something to think about. Let's see. Alex says, what up, bro? Did you see that movie you wrote down last week? It was called Come and See. Let me know, bro. So, bro, that's funny. I have not watched it yet. I have it written down. This is how I end up watching new movies, okay? If I'm sitting around and I'm looking for content, that's when I flip open my notebook, or I will open the notes app in my phone and I will see what movies I have backlog and I'll watch something. I got some backlog movies. Me and the Mrs. X were supposed to watch, I think it was Mea Culpa on Netflix. I heard it was like a real salty sensory sex scene in there. We were going to watch that shit together and see where everything goes real quick.
Bro,
okay.
come on now, dog. Come on, man.
She got tired of waiting. She watched that shit twice already. I said, congratulations, ma'am. Okay. Josh says, my wife told me that men are supposed to wear slings across their waist and women are supposed to wear it across their chest. I disagree, though. I mean, I don't know about how they're supposed to do it. If we were to think about cavemen were making their own type of satchel out of the hide of animals that they killed. Did they wear it around their waist? I don't know. Was any of us around to see it? I doubt it. I mean, if you're making a bag or a sling out of the hide of a buffalo or a bison that you killed, or an antelope that you killed, do you really think you're wearing it around your waist so that you can go out and kill some other? I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know about the supposed to thing. I think when you use the word supposed to, Josh, I think what you're meaning is like culturally, you know, what's something that's expected. And that could be, you know, maybe so, right? Maybe so. Mike and Ike says, we'll let you know next time on the DPW was there a few weeks ago. Yeah, let me know, man. Let me know. When you need to, yeah, we were talking about that grill earlier. Sandwiches anytime, bro, man, from the fifth floor. Absolutely. Any time of the day, you know, it makes something super useful for you. It says that's a perfect gadget for $150, not for $350. And I think that we talk about this freaking sandwich maker from earlier. I'm thinking that Snow Peak must just sell expensive shit generally. Let's just go to just click around their website real quick. They must just like generally sell stuff that costs a lot of money. I mean, like, okay, they have a whole kitchen starter set for $600. That doesn't seem too bad. I guess it has a kitchen, like a sink, a burner, and you have to bring your own propane. 600 seems steep though. I feel like I could find something on Amazon and just DIY it for like $250. I don't know. The fire table, listen to this. The fire table is $349, and then you could go ahead and grab yourself the cast iron for $349. $700. I would rather buy some stuff from Gerber, and I don't oftentimes recommend Gerber, but their Gerber is like their camp stuff. their camp series is like decent. I use their complete kitchen set or whatever, and the pricing on their stuff is a lot better. And where's your complete kitchen set? Hold on, give me a second to look this shit up. But I like the actual camping gear and the stuff that they sell that is a much more reasonably priced, and you can usually snag it up for like on Amazon or on different specials and deals. I mean, you know, $110 for a cutting board. It sounds like a lot, but it's actually pretty useful. They got a griddle. I would rather take this $65 griddle that Gerber's selling and make my sandwiches on this, right? Versus $350 for the one that Snow Peak is selling. But you know, everybody has their different ebbs and flows. I have the complete cook set right here, $200. This is a great set. It kind of gets the job done, and I normally just cook on open fire, or I have a little Coleman propane grill that I use. But that's what I use. The other shit that they're doing, yeah, that shit is it's no joke. Cap lock is stuck on absolute. Hey, that's just how some people like to shout. You know what I'm saying? Some people like to say it with their chest. Let's see. Ember mugs are awesome, says Palmer. 100%, man. I've been sitting here. How long have I been? I've been at it for 51 minutes, and I've already, in theory, this shit should be super cold, but no. Let's see. Hello from Dublin. Oh wait, Dublin's in Ireland, right? Did you send me the email, JC? Let me know. Let's see. EDC Cup was great. Appreciate that. It says Devo has done knives with both Best Tech and ASP, not Kaiser though. Okay, appreciate that. Yeah, so I know I get them confused a lot, Palmer, because I will ask these companies that have their own, like CDC. The CDC Hansen is a QSP knife with a CDC sauce put on top of it, right? So when I'm talking to these companies, whether for interviews or I'm talking to them in person or whatever, a lot of times I just get confused who worked with who. But yeah. Daily Cup of EDC is great series, says Chad. Appreciate that, man. Best part of waking up is that goddamn EDC in your cup. The Best Tech, QSP, and Concept are Devo's OEMs. Okay, so yeah, there we go. So everybody knows about, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm catching up and just trying to see when I can. Feels on the Kaiser gavel. I want it solely because of the aesthetic, but it's a good knife as well. Field trip. Appreciate you kicking the door in, Piranha. Let's see. The Kaiser gavel. Is it gavel or gravel? No, it's gavel. Okay. So let me just tell you my initial thoughts. I normally can kind of give initial thoughts on a knife just by looking at it. It's a dope looking knife. Hopefully it doesn't have a pocket clip. This type of knife, I feel like it shouldn't have a pocket clip, but it probably does. Let me see. Because it looks so, it does. This looks so slick looking that I almost wish it didn't have a pocket clip, but I'm probably tripping because it looks like it's a big knife. Here's some things I like about it initially. 154 CM's my type of jam. I like that type of shit. It is a liner lock. How do you open it? It's a liner lock to lock it, but how do you actually open the knife? I don't see it. Maybe I need to. It's $82, $109 MSRP. It's on sale for $82 because Kaiser is having a crazy sale right now. Brass and micarta handle. Is there a video of somebody opening this thing? How do you actually open it? It's a flipper opening. Where's the flipper? Is it a front flipper? Am I tripping? Listen, I am the peasant in chief because sometimes I don't know how this shit works. Okay, Boosie, I don't know how this shit be working sometimes,
bro,
dog.
come on now, dog. Come on, man.
I don't see the flipper. Maybe I'm tripping, but let me know, man. I don't see it. It does look interesting. I'm gonna save this nonetheless, mainly because I love the way the brass is complementing the micarta. They're both gonna patina in their own way. The micarta is gonna get a deeper, richer color, and the brass, of course, is just gonna patina overall. So it's a hidden back flipper. Okay, appreciate that, Piranha. Yeah, it looks super interesting. I'm not gonna lie to you. My thoughts on it is I like the pricing. I like the 154 CM. Those two things got me. I wish it had more than one way to open it, but under $100, I'm not complaining about that. You only can open it with that flipper. I think a thumb stud on this knife would actually do it a disservice because it looks so aesthetically pleasing. And if you threw a thumb stud on here, it would throw it off. I almost kind of wish it had a nail nick, just like a little area for you to use your nail or whatever. But you know, this is just me speaking out loud. I'm probably completely wrong about all that. That's why I don't fucking design knives, right? That is why I don't design knives. Chat says, you are a ninja with your stream setup. What tool are you using to management? I use a stream software called Ecamm Live. So I use a streaming software called Ecamm Live. And Ecamm Live just kind of allows for me to fully, just fully kind of like keep everything in check. Honestly, I'm a big fan of it. I've been using it now I've been streaming consistently for 2 years. And so that's the easiest for me to kind of like manage everything that I got going on. So this is what my screen looks like right now. Let me see if I can just show you guys real quick. So this is what everything is looking like right now on my screen. I can see the chat. I can see you guys talking here. I can see my little Chrome browser, and it just manages everything neatly. The only thing about Ecamm Live is that it is only available for Macs. It is only available for Macs. So if you have a PC, then you are kind of asked out on that. But check it out, man. It's some great stuff. Thor, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. We appreciate that. Absolutely, super appreciate that. Let's see. Hey X, how's it going? How's your day going? It's going pretty good, man. It's going pretty good. My lunch is almost over. I decided to spend my lunch with y'all and talk about some new items that I picked up, a new item that I picked up, and some new stuff that I saw on, some new stuff that's going to be coming out very, very soon. Who's a BS corporation I would stay away? Who is it? Let me know. It was probably something I said like 20 minutes ago because I'm just now kind of scrolling through the chat. But it says not so clandestine if your pocket task. AirTag says secret pocket for your tracking your device. Absolutely, sir. Okay. How clandestine can you really be? If that's what it says on there, right? I mean, maybe I'm tripping. Maybe it's something that we don't know about, but it looks a little ridiculous that they have that right on the freaking inside of the bag. TSA agent flips open your bag and they see that on there. The Kershaw Wave D2, a G10 beater knife in fast single-handed deployment ever. So it's a G10 scales. The Kershaw makes a lot of good beaters. They make some good bangers too. I don't know if I've seen the Kershaw Wave. Kershaw makes so many goddamn knives. So it's an Emerson knife. Is that what it is? Yeah, it's the Emerson Wave. Oh yeah, I've seen this before on Amazon. This is definitely a beater. This is one of those knives that you could open with your pocket as you're pulling it out of your pocket. I've never figured that out ever. But they have the D2 version of it. And it looks interesting. Emerson design knife. I think this is the Wave, is it not? So the lock side is that stainless steel? There's no way you're getting titanium for $64. So that must be stainless steel with a frame lock. And then the show side is G10. I mean, it's a decent looking knife. It's not horrible. I think the mixture of the different handles is something that you might have to get used to. I'm usually not a big fan when they mix different handles, but to each their own. Meet with Oz, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. We appreciate that, man. He says, what up? Hey, what up with you? Thanks for kicking it in. Knights say is that the name of the group that charges you that money? Let me see. I know somebody has to know the name of that damn group. No, I don't think that's it. Yeah, if somebody Googles if you Google like company that charges $18,000 for you, let me know if that pops up or whatever. Alex says, you up on all the conspiracies on Eclipse that are you prepping for that day? I'm up on the conspiracies. A lot of people have different conspiracies about the upcoming eclipses happening. Listen, like my daughter literally had to bring home a form and I would have to opt her out of viewing the eclipse because right now the way her class is set up is you're opted in. They're going to give you a pair of glasses and you're viewing the eclipse. But you can opt them out. There's so many conspiracies in Texas, I guess, that you literally can opt your kids out of viewing the eclipse. I don't know what they are. I don't know what could they be that you need to literally opt your kids out of viewing a freaking eclipse. Back in my day is that you freaking took your ass outside and you fucking looked at the eclipse. That's just... I'm just saying. So I don't know, man. There's a lot of different. I think that there's a lot of different thoughts in regards to it, but it just all depends. Stuff for the caveman. Yeah, we were talking about that a second ago. Whatever you do, don't look up. 100%. I'm a peasant. I don't have expensive things, says Chad. Both you and I are both peasants. Expensive is relative, man. Expensive is relative. Let's just say if you make $100 an hour, a $200 knife is 2 hours of your pay. So for some people, a $200 knife is expensive. For the person that makes $100 an hour, a $200 knife is budget, right? And for maybe that $100 an hour person, expensive is a $1,000 knife. So it's relative to the person. I wish I made $100 an hour. Then I could declare a $200 knife to be goddamn budget, but that's not for me, man.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
I can't make that declaration.
Come on, man.
It's easy to mix up all these Chinese OEMs. Listen, one of the smartest things that these OEM companies did is that they partnered with other companies to start to make knives under someone else's branding, because you may not want a Best Tech, a QSP, a Kaiser, but you have a fantastic facility in China. If you're Kaiser, you have a fantastic facility in Taiwan or wherever, and someone wants to use your design, modify it a little bit, make it their own, put sprinkles in it like CDC does and shit like that, and sell it under their own nomenclature. Makes a lot of sense, right? Especially if you don't want to be able to have that. Let's see. 154 is great, turning into a higher end budget steel. Yeah, I can agree with that. Bro, I love your live. Keep it up. Hey, appreciate that, man. Your setup looks so comfy. Yeah, this specific setup is not very comfortable, to be honest with you, man. It looks comfy, but this chair that I use, I really need to update chairs. But this is not a real desk. This table that I'm sitting at is a Husky work table, so it has a drawer that's hitting my thighs, and these are all first world complaints. Okay, these are first world complaints, but I'm just saying these are things that I have to get up. Now my main setup that I use, oh, that shit is fucking comfortable shit. It's a freaking scissor worthy. It's a alpha male training is the modern day night project. That's what it is. That's what it is called. So I did a live stream. I wish I could find that live stream. It had to be 6 months to a year ago, where I literally took a look at the modern day knights, and I just thought it was very funny that you can pay them, $18,000 for a 75-hour crucible, which I went through a real crucible, not to the level of what the SEALs go through. It's Hell Week is what the SEALs go through, but the Marine Corps, we have what's called the crucible, which is 72 hours of training with barely any water. You get like a little Gatorade and maybe an orange. You can pay them money to do it, and they'll just take you through that program. They also have expanded that. They now have it so where you can pay like $20,000 or $25,000 or something like that. So it's like a discount, but you and your son get to go together. So you and your son get to go together at the same time. So they call themselves the modern day. I don't know what, like, look at this. Look at this, sold out. Oh, this is 2021. Sold out. They had a class that started last week. And it's freaking sold out. If you want to go in October, they have 15 spots left. This is not their first rodeo, guys. And the reason they leave all this sold out shit up here is that they can show you that people are buying this shit. So as much as we hee ha ha, they're actually still turning people. And here's the thing. I will say this. I will give them this credit. Yeah, you're paying this much money for the crucible, 72 hours and all that type of other stuff. They do really, a lot of businessmen go through this, and it makes them stronger CEOs. So they say, it makes them stronger CFOs. But they also say that they get a year of mentorship after that 75-hour Hell Week, right? So for a year, one of your instructors are going to call you, mentor you, help talk you through different stuff. I mean, could it be worth it? Is this something that I could imagine myself putting together in the future? Maybe, I don't know. But 18,000, it just feels it just feels tough. I mean, these dudes are freaking swole as shit. You know what I'm saying? These dudes are freaking, they got bulging veins and shit. So, I mean, apparently if you got muscles and tattoos and your freaking program is ace, is it not? Your shit must be ace, bro. The final mouse ultra light is 29 grams. Really? I think that I thought, oh, you said Final Mouse. I thought about Giant Mouse. Are they the same company? I don't really know. I don't really know because I know Giant Mouse just dropped a new knife. And so it's Final Mouse and I don't even know. Is Final Mouse a knife? I don't even know if it's a knife. Let me know, man. I don't even know what it is. Alpha Male Boot Camp. Yeah. Have I ever tried roasting my own coffee? Says fake name. So no, I haven't. I just don't know if I can go through the effort. That's just so much more machinery that would have to go in this man cave. And I already got a lot of shit in here already. Whenever you order stuff from my website, I DIY most of that stuff. So behind me is a laser engraver, and I have to I do woodworking. I got so much shit in here. I don't know if I can put anything else. I got a 3D printer in here and all sorts of stuff. True Budget EDC. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. We appreciate that, man. You have the Kershaw Nerve. It's discontinued long ago, but you still like it, do you not? Let's field trip. Let's look that shit up. I bet they still got some on eBay. Kershaw Nerve. Kershaw's they're good at coming up with some freaking names, aren't they? They will come up with a goddamn name for that ass. There's a lot of Benchmades that are discontinued. They got Benchmades from the 90s that look so interesting to me. I was looking at the Benchmade 1995 catalog the other day. I know it's fucking weird. Okay, Boosie,
Hey,
but
bro, come on now.
chill out, bro. Chill out, man.
Come on, man.
I was looking at the Benchmade 1995 catalog to see what type of blade steel they were using and all that other type of shit. Some of those knives look interesting. They need to like bring them back. This is the Kershaw Nerve. This actually doesn't look horrible. I love the way that thumb stud is just like the one we were just looking at, but like a little bit different. Oh, the blade still is so budget though. 8 CRV, 13 MOV. Yeah, if they remade this knife, keep the thumb stud and bring the steel minimum D2, but if they can bring the steel to like a 154 CM, maybe offer it in a higher end, this looks very interesting. It's most likely a liner lock, but yeah, that looks pretty freaking interesting. But yeah, if you ever get a chance, like sometimes like those older 1995 Benchmade catalog, sometimes like you can look at stuff and you can just be like, well, where are those like things that you guys were making back in the day? And they were making stuff like this. Like, I don't know. A lot of their knives came partially serrated. I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. They had stuff that had like Spyderco looking thumb holes. Like, where are these designs at Benchmade? Like, y'all are, you know what I'm saying? This dude is pleasantly plump. Okay, guy, I see you, my guy. You know what I'm saying? They were always known for their balisong. They talked about that for years and years and years. But even as I kind of went through, just overall, I was kind of like, this is freaking pretty interesting. And they had the CQC, which I thought looked extremely interesting. I would love for them to come back out with something like this, because this knife here in the middle reminds me of the Gerber fast hand tool auto. I would love to see them kind of come out with some more complicated designs. Like, a lot of their shit is getting a little stale. Okay, they obviously have the know-how and the skill to do stuff like that, but they just, I don't know. I don't know. How much, hold on, wait. How much was the pricing? Did they have that? Oh, I missed it. The pricing, or is this just, I can't really see. It looks like it's $44.99 for some of these knives. These prices are, yeah, Benchmade would never, these prices would never fly nowadays. Would never fly nowadays. But you know, that's the freaking butterfly tax, is it not? Let's see. We will see. Fiddling with my Gerber armbar as we speak. The bit holder is so easy to play with. Yeah, I Gerber armbar had a crazy deal. Which one do you have? Is it the slim? Is it the regular? The Gerber armbar had this crazy deal on, it was like $18. Normally the MSRP on that thing is like, it was like $40, but they had it for a crazy price. Let me see if I can even find it. Armbar. Maybe it still exists. Oh, it's gone. So REI has the armbar for, it's normally $40. It looks like you can get it right now for $19.97. but I don't know if this deal is still any good. We'll check it out real quick. Let's just see. So different arm bars for different folks. The Gerber armbar slim cut doesn't have the drive, but that's it went back up to $29. Okay, if I go back to Slick Deals, I use Slick Deals a lot to find some of these deals. This is one deal that I saw. This had at one point dropped down to $18, but it's now $27. But if you can find if you want like a full size bit driver and you have to use your wrist as the torque power, right? Then the armbar drive is a great knife in my opinion. It's just really good. You know, as much as I shit on Gerber, when it comes to like their full size drivers by hand or whatever, I think they're pumping out some good quality crap. That's one born per minute. Do you guys carry the Leatherman in your daily carry? It says, do you guys carry a Leatherman in your daily carry, or what multi-tool do you daily carry? So here's the thing. When I'm at home, a lot of times what follow me around the house is this nutsack double admin pouch. It just follows me around the house. So in here is a Gerber, or excuse me, a Leatherman Free P4. I've talked about this plenty of times just to kind of show you what this looks like. Kind of loaded out, right? And it's stuffed in there, but I would normally just open this up, keep this on my desk, throw this in a bag or wherever. Right now I'm preparing to do my full review of the GoRug GR2 Dyneema. It's a fucking expensive bag, but I'm ready to argue why you may want to buy it or why you absolutely would be insane to buy it. But while I've been doing that review for the last while, the Free P4 has kind of been living down in its sheath because I want to keep the bits with it, because I did a modification to it. But do I carry this on my person every day? No, I don't. So but this thing kind of does just follow me around. Palmer says my nutsack follows me around as well, sir. Okay. I got you. Hey, I got you, man. Let's see. It's a good idea, I guess. Not the kind of thing I will pay $18,000 for. But you know what? Listen, if you're listen, imagine this, Palmer. You're the CEO of a company. Pick your favorite company, right? Let's just say Universal Films, right? Universal Studios. You're the CEO, and you're going through a slump, and you get paid $40 million a year. They're thinking about raising your pay to $80 million a year, but they want you to produce. You don't know what to produce. You need a new idea. You need new motivation. $18,000 is the type of money someone that like a CEO would pay to find motivation, because they never went to boot camp. They were never in the military, and they want to find like, what can I innovate, right? What's my next Apple AirTag? What's the next big thing? What's the next theme park? And that's why they pay it. Now, for folks like us, whether you're white collar or blue collar, and you make less than $400,000 a year, like I'm assuming most of the folks that are in chat do, I'm not saying everybody does, then it's just unreasonable. Like, what? You want me to pay 20% of what I make a year, 50% of what I make a year to fucking go to a course that's 75 hours long? I don't know, man. It just really depends. Final Mouse makes computer mice. Giant Mouse is okay. See, look at that. The more you know. I don't know if y'all are talking about like my literal mouse that I'm using. A lot of people ask me what this mouse that I use. This is called a Lunar Artifacts mouse. It's a ridiculous mouse. It's has real leather on there. It's starting to patina. You can see the coloration from my fingers. It's a pricey ass mouse, but it brings me fucking joy, and I use it all the time. Lunar Artifacts pointer instrument. How the hell do you read steel types and know what you're talking about? So a lot of the stuff is just literally just YouTube University, Taylor, or just kind of like being familiar with steels that I've carried in my pocket. So if I go to Neves Knives, for instance, he would sit and talk about different metal complex Neves knives, even Tri-State EDC. They will talk about different steels and their use cases, and then I will buy it and say, oh, I can understand that. And for me, I know that if I've carried a certain steel, whether if it's carbon fiber, everything from the low end of the totem pole up to that new shit that came out in 2019, which is Magna Cut, which everyone glazes themselves over, right? but you can kind of understand what you do and don't like from using stuff. And I'm not an expert on it. I just know what I don't like or what I do like. A lot of times I may be wrong about some stuff. I have a long since discontinued Benchmade auto from 2002, the 3200. It's a nice beater. Benchmade used to make some, in my opinion, very affordable knives. When they started pumping out, not every knife is S30V, but when they really started focusing on S30V and 154 CM and got away from the budget carbon steels, I think their prices just followed. And then when the Osborne came out, the prices went up. But when that fucking bug out came out in 2017, it was a wrap. It was a wrap. They basically can charge what they want. You know, I want the Leatherman juice to come back. I didn't get one before they discontinued it. Listen, Mike and Ice, you may be fortunate because the Leatherman juice discontinued twice before and it came back. So maybe they'll do the same thing over again. I had 2 Leatherman juice. I gave one away in a giveaway one time, and I'm kind of like, I kind of wish I had the other one. I don't need it. You know, hopefully they decide to re-release it though, because it's a freaking amazing small little multi-tool, and it just kind of fits every niche. It has a diamond file, cross cut. It has the pliers are not full size, but they're still decent. It has a wine. It's a really good multi-tool. Pocket Check says everything I'm carrying is above my head. Everything I'm carrying for the day is above my head. Yeah, see, Chris Brown could talk about the Gerber armbar bra. I think it's great. Some fantastic shit, man. And for me personally, going through and putting a full-size bit driver on my free P4 is something that makes it where I am further and further away from wanting the Leatherman Arc. Even though I freaking think the Leatherman Arc is sexy AF. Now that I got a full-size bit driver on my free P4, it's hard for me to get away from it. So it just really depends. I carry a Charge Plus, no money for the P4, the Arc. Your Charge Plus is great, man. Your Leatherman Charge is, in my opinion, is fantastic. I don't know what more you're gonna get out of. I don't know what more you would get out of a free P4 or an Arc that you're not getting out of a Charge. So if you're a veteran or if you're active duty, you can go to shopmyexchange.com. You can shop here, but it looks like right now I can get a Charge Plus for $130. They had these on sale last week for $104. I should have bought one. This is the one with the polymer handles, but it has 154 CM blade steel. So technically your blade steel on the Charge Plus is better than the free P4. It's not, obviously it's not better than the Arc. It comes with, you know, I mean, but this is like a full nice little tool set in my opinion. So you get the bit driver, which the free P4 does not have, but the Arc does. You get the micro, free P4 does not have. The only advantage you have for the free P4 is one-handed opening with the free technology, and every single tool is accessible while the multi-tool is closed. Those are like the biggest advantages, you know. So, but everybody kind of has their own different flavoring. Sending new employees through this program all pay for it. I can see that as well, especially if you're trying to, Josh, especially if you're trying to keep an employee within your company and you really want to promote from within. They might do some stuff like this. Let's see. That company's name makes me laugh though. The Modern Knight, whatever that shit is. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think that it's an interesting thing. I think it's an interesting thing that they were able to make it successful even up until this point. Benchmade's founder passed away in 2020 under new management. Since then, prices have been jumping. See, there you go. So 2017, the Benchmade bug out drops for $145. You can buy it on pre-sale for $115. 2019, they dropped the mini bug out because the regular bug out was doing so freaking fantastic. And now 2020, new CEO. I can't directly connect those. I don't know if it's correlation and causation. I don't know which one it is. Seems more like causation if you ask me, but I wouldn't know. I've done a lot of research on Benchmade. I know a lot about the shit that they've done in the past. And the CEO change in 2020 might be a big pivotal point for the prices just continue to go up. Let's see. It says, yo, X, I'm going to hunt the lives this week. Got you. Okay. Appreciate that, man. At least you're here. It's still here. And hopefully you're feeling better after your surgery on a hernia. Oh, my God. That sounds intense. But hopefully you have a speedy recovery, my guy. I have 3 Leathermans that I rotate in my carry, the Charge Plus TT. Look at that, Palmer. The Charge Plus TTI. I drooled over that goddamn multi-tool for so long. The polymer handle one looks great. I really want the Charge in the G10 scales. If they bring that back, they got my money. I want a G10 scale multi-tool from a reputable company so bad. I think I can get a G10 scale multi-tool from a no-name company pretty quickly, but I really want a G10 scale multi-tool. I just want to see if it's a lighter weight. I really want to see, like, I understand stainless steel and all that other type of shit and polymer handles, but I really want to see if somebody can pump out another one. The Free P4 and the discontinued Crunch, they just discontinued the Free P4 and the Free P2. They're all discontinued. And the Crunch, of course, was hard to get your hands on, but it's just, they are shifting over slowly but surely. They're shifting on Leatherman some of the stuff that they provide. And it's like on their website for months now, you haven't been able to buy a Free P4. You can only pick these things up, at least what I've seen, you can only pick these things up on Amazon. It's currently not available on their website. So if you want a Free P4, you might want to get one as soon as you can. If you want to do the modifications that I've talked about plenty of times on my channel, then your chance to get it might be on Amazon or on eBay or whatever before it goes away forever, because the Free P4, Free P2 are both gone. They are finito. They are over with. So they're still touting the Leatherman Arc for $230. Good God, so freaking pricey. I get it. You want that goddamn Magna Cut blade, but that shit is still so pricey. What streaming service are you using? Ecamm Live. So the sounds and stuff are just being fed in through a Stream Deck. Any streaming software can do the sounds, but the actual animations on my screen and stuff like that is all Ecamm Live. Do you have a Leatherman Signal? And if so, can you vouch for the ferro rod? I don't have one. I don't need one. I don't do enough like bushcrafting or camping, in my opinion, for a Leatherman Signal. So the way I was able to kind of get my taste for the Signal and see whether I wanted to spend the money on it is I got the Gerber armbar Scout. And when I got the Gerber armbar Scout, I realized that I did not necessarily need a Signal, because I didn't use this as much as you would think that you would use a quote unquote camping multi-tool. These Gerber armbar Scouts and I can't remember the other one, but they're specifically designed for camping purposes. And when I wasn't using it for that much, I didn't see the need for me to get the Signal. I also own a Leatherman Mutt, right? And so if I own a Leatherman Mutt already, I would be a little gluttonous to get the Signal. I have a freaking 2 Mutts. So there's a Leatherman Mutt right here. And for me, the Leatherman Mutt is a big brother of the Signal. And I don't want to be wasting anything like that. Got the Leatherman Wave as well. So I don't have a need for it, if that makes sense. But if someone were to give me a Signal, then you're absolutely more than welcome. Okay,
hey,
I'm
bro,
just
come on now, dog.
address in the description box.
Come on, man.
You're more than welcome to send me a Leatherman Scout or stickers in that order. The titanium Charge is heavier, but I'm a sucker for titanium. Yeah, the polymer handle, it has to be lighter. So the titanium is going to be lighter than the stainless steel. If they don't make the Charge in stainless steel, but if they did it, I would assume the titanium doesn't weigh as much as the stainless steel, and so forth and so on. I want a Leatherman Mutt. They brought it back, but I can't bring myself to pay a higher price for it. So what I would say, Mike and Ice, is my Leatherman Mutt only gets used when I go to the range. I have 2 multi-tools for the range. I have like this super duper Avid, I think it's Avid, real Avid multi-tool, and then I have the Leatherman Mutt. And when I'm on the range, if I have to make any adjustments to my ARs, or if I need to, I don't know why I would be doing any carbon scraping on the range, but if I was, that's when it's beneficial. Other than that, the Leatherman Mutt wishes it could see the light of day, but it doesn't. Should I pull the trigger on the Arc? So what do you have right now, Rich EDC? Do you have anything at all or what? Let's see. I lost my Charge TTI in a storage locker, just replaced it with the Arc. Well, that sounds like a nice I want to use the word upgrade, Clayton, but it's the blade still obviously is an upgrade, but it almost feels like, you know, they're like kissing cousins, if that makes sense. It almost feels like they're kissing cousins. It says, yo, is that Brawny up in here? I want to get them up, but I love my signal. Sir, thanks for kicking the goddamn door. And I was just watching your video the other day. I was lurking in your video, watching your video when you upgraded. You won a second Benchmade bug out. So you had one that you purchased yourself, and then you won a second one, and you were changing the scales out on it. I was like, this is interesting, because I've only taken a bug out apart once. And I was thinking about, like, I own 5 of them. Okay, Boosie, don't fucking.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
Chill out, bro. Chill out.
Come on, man. I
own 5 Benchmade bug outs, and I was like, well, maybe I can get a titanium scales from Flytanium and change the shit myself and blah, blah, blah. And I saw you doing that shit, and I said, no, I'm not interested. I'm not fucking interested. I'm going to leave that for fucking Brawny, because it's not for fucking X, bro. I've got the Avid multi-tool for my AR and actually use it at the range for my AR pew-pew. That was a great, yeah, I have one. Like I said, mostly I use mine when I have to deconstruct my AR-10 or AR-15 or my 22 platform or my Blackout. Any of those need to be deconstructed. It's right there next to me. But, yeah, I don't really. At the range, if I'm doing too many adjustments at the range, something's going horribly wrong. The 2 times I need a multi-tool at the range is if I have to take my scope off my weapon for any reason, and I'm about to get ready to BZO it back in because I had to take it off. I might need to do some type of adjustment. Or if I'm having an issue chambering around, I need to take everything apart, I'll use a multi-tool for that. But it's not too many instances I'm at the range and I need a multi-tool. So, but you know, everybody's different. Everyone's a little different. Hey guys, listen, I appreciate y'all once again for kicking it in for another Man Cave live stream. I need to get back to freaking work before I lose my goddamn job. I need to bounce myself up out of here, man. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, join the battalion. I appreciate y'all. It's time to bounce myself to the goddamn upper room and all that good stuff, bro.
Upper room, nigga.
Yeah.
The upper room with Jesus.
We will speak soon.